I'm about to do your Virgo June 2021 love reading, and in this reading we're going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest. Virgo, how is it going? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Virgo Tarot love reading. Now, if this is your first time here and you have questions that you want answered about your romantic love life or your relationship, then start now by subscribing and clicking the bell icon so you always get notified anytime I post a new Virgo Tarot reading for you. Now, let's get on with this Virgo Tarot love reading for today, because today we are going to take a look at the status of the love connection. I hope that's not a sign of things to come between you and your romantic person of interest. And I'm going to do that by pulling one card to represent the mutual point of interest between the two of you. Then I'm going to get 3 cards for you, Virgo, 3 cards for your person, and then I'm going to clarify all of it with the second deck, just to make sure we can get down to the bottom of the unknown truth about what's really going on in this love connection of yours. Now, keep in mind that this is not a personal reading, it's a general reading, which means I'm not tapping into your specific energy as an individual person. I'm tapping into the collective energy of the group of Virgo people that I'm supposed to be getting messages for, which really just means that there's no possible way this reading is going to resonate with every single Virgo on the whole planet, because I'm not reading for every Virgo on the whole planet. I'm reading for my specific group of Virgo people that I'm responsible for getting messages for. Now, it's also important to keep in mind in general readings like this, energies can and do get flipped around backwards from time to time, especially for cross watchers. So if you're not a Virgo and you're just watching this reading because you have the hots for a Virgo and you want to find out what's going on with them, I get it, and I'm totally cool with that. Just keep in mind that especially for cross watchers, energies are very prone to get flipped around backwards. So you just got to take it as it resonates. Now, regardless of how this reading resonates for you, you still probably want to check the videos for your moon sign, your rising sign, and your Venus sign, just because they can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation, and you can find the links to those videos in the description down below. But enough yakking, let's get on with this Virgo reading for today, and let's start by getting one card for what is the mutual point of interest between Virgo and their romantic person of interest here in June 2021. Okay, really. Let's get 3 cards for you, Virgo. What's going on with Virgo as it relates to their romantic person of interest and the connection between the two of them here in June 2021? Well, let's see. What's going on with Virgo's person as it relates to Virgo and the connection between the two of them here in June 2021, please. Let's get one more. What's going on with Virgo's person of interest here as it relates to Virgo? Okay. Alright. On the bottom of the deck, the overall energy of this reading is the Fool. Card 0 of the Major Arcana. First card of the Major Arcana, first card of the Tarot deck. This represents new beginnings, beginning of a new cycle here. This is about taking that blind leap of faith, not needing to know what all the steps are from beginning to end before you take the first step, not needing to know what the outcome is going to be before you take the first step. It's about just having that blind faith to say, you know what, screw it, I'm going for it. It's about just jumping off the cliff and worrying about how to grow wings on your way down, worrying about how to figure this all out and make it the way you want as you're moving along. Not needing to do all of that in advance. So that's the overall energy here. It looks like we have some sort of a choice going on, though, or something about a new beginning is throwing things a little bit off balance here. We've got the 2 of Coins right under that. This is Capricorn energy. This is an energy of balance, but it's more about like trying to maintain your balance or trying to regain your balance after it's been thrown off. It's usually like a 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of an energy where you're not really sure what to do. So you're kind of weighing options here, like looking at the pros and cons, asking questions like, do I or don't I, should I or shouldn't I? Trying to figure out what to do on something that you're a little off balance on. Possibly a little more than a little off balance. We've got the 7 of Cups next. This is Scorpio energy. This is about options and choices but it's also about confusion about those options and choices. There's a lot of cups here, a lot of stuff in these cups. There's a lot of emotions involved in whatever this decision is here about some new beginning. And you're not wanting to make a mistake. Neither one of you are wanting to make a mistake. So it's bringing about some confusion about what to do. That seems to be the overall energy of what's going on here. Now, for the mutual point of interest, this is shared energy between you and your person. This is something that maybe you've said or done something, and it's got them thinking, feeling, or acting this way, or vice versa. Maybe they've said or done something, and now you're thinking, feeling, acting this way. Oftentimes, this is shared energy that is somehow affecting both of you here, and the mutual point of interest between the two of you here for June 2021 is the Tower. This is usually a scary card for most people. This represents a very abrupt shift in something, a very abrupt change taking place, possibly a change that you didn't really see coming. It just something abruptly happens where everything's different now. So this can be, well, this is card 16 of the major arcana. So in numerology, you take that 16 and you would add the 1 and the 6 together to get 7. So this is the number of the divine. This represents the divine stepping in and removing something from your life that was not meant for you, or that was not in your best interest, something that maybe you shouldn't have had, some place you shouldn't have been. This isn't like to be taken literally, like you see the lightning bolt hitting the building, and usually in the Tower card you see a tower falling apart and people falling out of it on fire and stuff like that. It's not like a literal building being destroyed here. It doesn't mean your garage is going to explode all over your backyard. This is more a metaphor for some internal structure that you have, like some mental model of the world that you're operating from, that turns out something happens and now you're like, oh wait, I thought it was this way, but it's really not that way after all. Now all of a sudden everything's different, and it leaves your brain in that like, what kind of a moment? Something is abruptly changing here in this connection, and it looks like it's changing for both of you. So tell me more about the Tower for Virgo and their romantic person of interest here in June 2021. Why is the Tower here, please? Thank you. Really? Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have Judgment. Again, I said it when I was looking through the overall energy on the bottom. We have some new beginning happening, the beginning of some new cycle taking place, and something is off balance now. There's some options and choices, confusion about what to do on those options and choices. We're clarifying a tower between the two of you, something that's affecting both of you in this very dramatic fashion. And we have Judgment on the bottom of the deck. This is a card of like making your own final verdict and judgment on something, making some sort of a final decision. Now this can sometimes represent resurrection, as in like calling something back from the grave, bringing it back to life and transforming it in a way that it's never going to be the same again. So we could either be having some very dramatic shift here, and you guys being willing to take the leap of faith with each other, making the decision to resurrect this connection, or this could be some sort of a tower taking place based on a new beginning in something, and now there's a final decision being made, calling this over, passing final verdict and judgment on this, which brings about a tower. It could be either of those two things. Now we definitely could be talking about bringing something back here. We've got Temperance as the next card down. This is Sagittarius energy. This is a card about being patient. It's about not being in a hurry, not being in a rush, being willing to blend things together little bits at a time. Take a step back, look at the big picture, and see how is all this working out before you come back in to blend some more together to make some fine-tuning adjustments. This can also represent like reconciliation energy. Like you've got the angel here recombining things back together. So it can definitely, we could be talking about resurrecting something here. We've got the Queen of Swords next. This is Libra energy. This is she who knows the truth. This is someone who's very smart, very aware of what's going on. She already knows the truth. But she will offer to let you speak your truth. The problem is she already knows the truth, so the truth you speak to her better match the truth she already knows, or she's going to use that sword to cut you. So this is an energy of speaking the truth on something. It's also an energy of cutting off things and people that are no longer in your best interest. This could definitely be a case of where someone here in this connection was patient, and at a certain point their patience ran out and they've made a final decision. They've passed some final verdict and judgment to cut something off. That could be why we're having a Tower moment. That could be why we're having a new beginning where things are a little bit off balance now, trying to restore balance. It looks like someone lost their patience and decided to end things because things weren't moving forward. We have the Hangman. This is Pisces energy. This is an energy of things being stuck. There's no forward movement. There's no progress happening. Things are stagnant, at a complete standstill. Now, the Hanged Man is hanging upside down because he's looking at things from different perspectives than he would normally look at things from. Different points of view, different angles. And he's doing that trying to gain enlightenment on something. He's trying to figure out what to do moving forward from here. It's feeling to me like there was something going on. Someone was trying to be patient. No progress was happening even though they were patient, and now they've had their fill of it and they've passed a final verdict and judgment, and now we've got a Tower. To clarify this Tower as the mutual point of interest between the two of you, we have the Nine of Wands, we have the Tower again, and we have the Knight of Wands. So I got two fire cards out here. Judgment is a fire energy. Temperance is Sagittarius, so that's also a fire energy. We got a lot of fire out here right at the very beginning. Now, right under these first three cards in the overall energy of the reading, we have the Ace of Wands, more fire energy. This represents a passionate new beginning. So I'm not sure if we're talking about like a new beginning and starting over, or if there has been some new beginning in terms of someone else is now involved in this connection and now it's time to call it. I don't know. We've got Sagittarius energy here with this Nine of Wands. This is a card of being walled off and defensive. Now it's also a card of healing. This is the wounded warrior, and he's built this wall around himself as a way to protect himself because he's been hurt. He doesn't want to be hurt again or anymore, so hence the wall. Now this is about like trying to heal from something that's hurt you, trying to get your energy right so you can move forward and take the next step in your journey. And then we've got the Tower again. So I'm clarifying the Tower, and as the clarifier, I get the Tower. And these cards are laid out like this on the table, like directly up and down from each other. So this is the universe hammering me over the head going, dude, I done told you, something has abruptly shifted. Things are never going to be the same after this. So some massive shift taking place here. I don't know if it's got you walled off and defensive. I don't know if it's that or being walled off and defensive about something has caused the Tower. I'm feeling like you're walled off and defensive because of the Tower. Again, this is mutual energy between the both of you. So you are both feeling walled off and defensive at some point. You're both going through a very dramatic change where after this, nothing's going to be the same. But then we have the Knight of Wands. Now, Knights are action takers. Wands are about passion, about desire, about drive. So this is rapid, passionate action towards something that there's a lot of passion and desire for. So this could represent that after this Tower, like you're passionately moving forward, having some new beginning. This is also an energy that's sometimes referred to as the player of the tarot deck. It's someone who has shifting loyalties, someone who's like in and out, like rushes in all passionately, gets what they want, and now that they're satisfied, they rush out and go somewhere else just as passionately and get what they want there and kind of run back and forth playing both sides of the fence. So sometimes this refers to a player energy. We could have someone causing a Tower here because they took risks outside of the connection. Now, another meaning for this card is juggling more than one person. So if we've got two people being juggled here, it looks like we might have a player involved. Someone walled off and defensive because of it. Now, that's the mutual energy between the two of you. I'll come back to this as I'm doing your energy and your person's energy. It will probably get clarified quite a bit more. But for your energy here in June 2021, Virgo, you have the 8 of Swords, the 5 of Coins, and the 6 of Coins. Excuse me, the 4 of Coins. Ooh. Okay. This 8 of Swords, this Gemini energy. This is about thinking about something over and over and over and over again on this repeating loop in your mind. Like not being sure what the safe step to take is and feeling stuck, trapped, and blocked because of it, which is why you're overthinking it. You're grinding on it. You can't get your mind to stop thinking about it. So a lot of times this can represent a self-imposed mental prison of your own thoughts. This is a lot of anxiety. This is a lot of worry. This is a lot of like thinking yourself in circles, not really being able to figure out what to do. Which again, we've got some new beginning taking place, everything abruptly changing with 2 towers here, some final decision being made here, and some confusion about the options and choices that are presenting to you. Definitely feeling off balance here. So tell me more about this 8 of Swords for Virgo. Why is the 8 of Swords here for Virgo in June 2021, please? On the bottom of the deck, we have the 6 of Wands. This is Leo energy. This is a card of recognition. It's about you recognizing something, either about yourself, about your person, about this scenario that you're going through, whatever situation this is that's playing out for you. This is you recognizing something that allows you to move forward in success and victory. So this is about moving forward in success and victory. So it's entirely possible that while you're in this state of grinding and repeating something on this loop in your mind, you come to some sort of a recognition that actually helps you. Ooh, man. This is the card that jumped out during the pre-shuffling when I was telling you how the reading is about to work. And I said, I hope it doesn't involve this in the reading. But here we are, 5 of Swords, Aquarius energy. This is a painful situation. This 5s represent conflict. Swords are about thoughts, communication. So this can be a conflict in thinking, as in having negative thoughts about something. This can be a conflict in communications, as in like bickering, arguing, fighting with each other, using words as weapons, using tongues like swords to cut each other. This represents some sort of a painful situation, and you are recognizing something about this painful situation during this looping it all in your mind. Right under that 5 of Swords, we have the 5 of the major arcana, the Hierophant. So this is Taurus energy. This is an energy of usually commitment, like taking things to the next level. So we had some sort of an argument here related to commitment, potentially related to like someone having too much control. You recognizing something about this, and we have another 5 right underneath that. So I've got 3 5s in a row, 5, 5, 5. Again, 5s are about conflict and change. In the very center, beginning of this reading, we have 2 very dramatic, very massive changes taking place with 2 towers. This 5 of Wands is a conflict in your desires, like an internal conflict. A piece of you wants this one thing, another piece of you wants this opposite thing. So you have 2 parts of yourself that are in opposition to each other. So you're playing like this internal game of tug of war with yourself, trying to pull yourself in multiple different directions at the same time. Not usually a fun spot to be in. You just can't make this up. That was the 3rd 5 in a row. Right under that, we have yet another 5. So 4 5s in a row. The 5 of Pentacles. This is also Taurus energy. This is a card of abandonment. This is about being cast aside. This is about being abandoned, about being left out in the cold. This is usually a breakup card for me. So this is possibly what's going on with the Tower. Now, all these 5s don't necessarily have to be your energy. They could just as easily be your person's energy, and this is affecting you. But we definitely have some sort of a dispute, some sort of a conflict, possibly about commitment And now there's an internal conflict going on, and there's been some abandonment. So it's almost like you can't get that stuff out of your head. And even though this person seems to have been a player and in and out, and you're stuck grinding on it, and there's clearly been disputes along the way, it's almost like a piece of you is still wanting to hang on to this connection. Because the next card I have for you is the Two of Wands. This is Aries energy. This is a fork in the road. It's a crossroads. It's a decision point. And it's a decision about which path leads you to the world that you really want, and which path do you have to leave behind in order to get there. So this is that decision point here. And I think during this state of probably like overthinking it, overanalyzing it, being stuck in your head about it, not sure what the safe step to take is in terms of which path do I go down here, you have some sort of a recognition about something. Now, to clarify this Eight of Swords, we have the Knight of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. Now, if you remember, the last card in your energy is also the Four of Pentacles. So now I've got the Four of Pentacles out here twice and the Tower out here twice. This Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight in the deck. It's faster than this Knight of Wands here. This is about rushing forward and speaking the truth about something. It's also about rushing forward, taking rapid, decisive action on something. So I'm hoping that when you get done with this state of grinding on this in this repeating loop, you have some recognition about the pain involved of all of this, and it enables you to rush forward, taking decisive action. You are at this crossroads here, this fork in the road, this decision point about some new beginning, being slightly off balance, slightly confused about what to do. But again, the next card down is this passionate new beginning that I'm seeing. So hopefully this is you being very decisive in terms of moving forward. Next, though, we have this Three of Pentacles. This is Capricorn energy. This is about teamwork. It's about collaboration. It's about working together as equals to build something of value, to build something great. What you would be building here is the Ten of Pentacles. That maximum stability, maximum abundance and prosperity that we all want here in the physical 3D reality. So this is... I don't know. I don't know what to think. This looks like you're making some decision based on something you recognize, and you're rushing forward, either speaking the truth about working together with them or rushing forward trying to work together with this person here. Next, we have the Four of Pentacles. This is holding on tightly to something and not wanting to let go of it. So this could be that internal conflict that I'm seeing here with this Five of Wands. Like a piece of you feeling abandoned here. A piece of you's feeling walled off and defensive and hurt. I mean, clearly there was some sort of a painful situation. We've got an internal conflict. We've got you being abandoned and left out in the cold. And I'm sure this is your energy because it's the very next card I'm going to clarify next. So a piece of you looks like you're still wanting to hold on to this, and you're overthinking it right now. Now, again, the next card in your energy is this Five of Coins, Five of Pentacles, Taurus energy. Again, a card of abandonment. It's about being cast aside, about being left out in the cold. This is a breakup card. Tell me more about this Five of Coins for Virgo here in June 2021, please. Let's get one more on this Five of Coins for Virgo for June 2021. I was hoping your reading would turn out better than Capricorn and Taurus. Not that the readings didn't turn out good, it's just it wasn't good news, and I was hoping that I could get you some way better news than I got for them, but it's not really looking like I'm going to here. Bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Wands, so Aries energy, fork in the road, crossroads, decision point, decision about which path leads you to the world that you want, and which path do you need to leave behind in order to get there. Right under that, we have the World. This is the final card of the Major Arcana. So I've got the first card of the Major Arcana right here as the overall energy. new beginning to a cycle here. And now we've got the final card of the major arcana. So I have a complete cycle represented here already. It's like the cycle between the two of you is complete. I don't know if that's what you're overthinking here, what you're stuck in your head about, trying to figure out, is this really the end or not? Yes, this is the ending of one cycle and the beginning of a beautiful new cycle. We have the Magician next, card 1 of the major arcana. This rules over all the aces in the deck. This is about manifestation. This is the Mac Daddy master manifester of the tarot deck. He's got all 4 aces in front of him. He's got all the tools, all the abilities, all the resources, everything he needs to manifest or create from nothing whatever it is his will desires. So this is about you actively manifesting something. So we are definitely at the ending of a cycle here, and you're choosing which path to go down and manifesting something new. So again, I'm just got the Fool here on the bottom of the deck, a new beginning where you're slightly off balance. It looks like because you were abandoned, cast aside, left out in the cold. To clarify that, I have the Emperor, I have the 3 of Wands, and I have the High Priestess. So the Emperor, Aries energy. This is also a master manifester type of an energy here. This is someone who's got all the tools and resources to put together a plan to get what he wants and then execute that plan to get what he wants. So we've got you here at this decision point after being left out in the cold, trying to figure out which path leads you to what you want. This is you stepping into your power and figuring out what it is you want, putting together that plan to get it. Now this 3 of Wands is also Aries energy. So I've got a lot of Aries all over the place here. Both of these are Aries cards. This is an Aries card. Got a lot of fire out here. A lot of fire out here. This is the 3 of Wands, the card immediately after this 2 of Wands. So here you're at this decision point about which path leads you to the world that you want. In the 3 of Wands, you've made that decision. You've chosen your path, and you've actively started down that path. You're taking actions, going down the path you've chosen, and you have this positive expectancy that something good is going to come out of the path you've chosen. It just hasn't materialized in the physical 3D reality yet. You're still waiting on that to happen. But so this is an energy of waiting on something, but it's an energy of having this positive expectancy that what you're waiting on is actually going to pan out. Next we have the High Priestess, card 2 of the major arcana. So I've seen card 0, card 1, card 2, card 4. We're missing the Empress here, and we'll have the first 5 in a row. So the High Priestess is a 2, the 2 of the major arcana. So she rules over all the 2s in the deck, all the decisions in the deck. So we've got the 2 of Pentacles here, 2 of Coins. We've got the 2 of Wands here. This is she who knows. We've seen the Queen of Swords, she who knows the truth. Well, this is just flat out she who knows. She's got access to all the information that you and I as humans don't have access to. She sits in front of the veil of consciousness. So she can go back and forth behind the curtain anytime she wants to. The problem with her is she doesn't always tell us everything. She doesn't always fill us in on everything that's going on. Sometimes there's stuff that we're just not meant to know. Sometimes there's stuff that we don't really need to know about it until it's time for us to know about it. At which point she will clue you in via your intuition, via gut feelings or signs or synchronicities or dreams that have messages in that. So she represents the unconscious mind. She represents your intuition. You getting intuitive hits, divine guidance about something, about the path that you've chosen, about taking control of this whole situation, taking control of your life, taking control of the decisions in your life. You're receiving some sort of divine guidance here, or your intuition is talking to you in a big way. Now, the final card in your energy for June 2021, Virgo, is the 4 of Coins. So we've already seen the 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Coins. Each deck calls them something different. Same card. Capricorn energy, holding on tightly to something, not wanting to let go of it. Now, the card right before this was the 5 of Coins. So we're going backwards here from the 5 to the 4. We have a regression happening. So again, I feel like even though you are abandoned and left out in the cold, and even though you are still like trying to take control of this situation, it's almost like you're waiting on something to happen. I don't know what that is, and I don't know if you should be waiting on it or not, but your intuition, your gut is telling you something here. It looks like you're holding on tightly to this person and that you don't want to let go of them for some reason. So tell me more about this Four of Coins for Virgo here. What is the Four of Coins here for Virgo? On the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Pentacles. That doesn't happen by accident. It wanted you to see that card. Five of Pentacles. Again, second time we've seen this one. It's already out here in your energy. This is abandonment, being cast aside, being left out in the cold, possibly feeling like you're not good enough for some reason. This is a breakup card. Now, the card that is actually on the bottom that I was getting ready to explain is also Taurus energy. The Seven of Pentacles is a period of you pausing to like reflect and take stock of this relationship, take stock of this connection, take stock of the whole situation that's developed here. And what you're doing is looking at all the seeds that you guys have planted, trying to decide, are these seeds going to grow into the Ten of Pentacles that I really want? Is this going to grow into that maximum stability and abundance and prosperity and this happy home life and the combining together of the two people and their families and their assets and their resources to build something incredibly stable and abundant? Is this going to turn into that? Or is this a situation that's not going to pan out? Maybe I should just cut my losses and move on. So this is that period of time of you pausing to reflect on that. Could be what you're in your head grinding on right now. Could be that. Looks like you had at least an idea that you guys were going to be working together as equals to build that Ten of Pentacles. And a piece of you is still holding on to that. A big piece of you is still holding on to that, even though there has been this casting aside, this abandonment here. This is you going through that period of time to pause and reflect on that, reflecting on the commitment that you guys had. Again, Taurus energy. I'm seeing a lot of Aries out here. I'm seeing a lot of Taurus. I'm seeing quite a bit of Capricorn out here. Now, you could be dealing with someone of one of those signs. You could be dealing with literally any sign. You could be dealing with someone who has some of those signs in prominent places in their chart. But this is a general reading, so you don't really want to put too much stock into that. You could literally be dealing with anyone here. But it looks like this was a situation that there was at least a perceived level of commitment with it, and now you're taking stock of that whole thing. Still feeling the effects of that internal conflict, though. Not wanting to let go of it, even though you have been abandoned here. Now, to clarify this Four of Coins, this holding on tightly, not wanting to let go, we have the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. So, this is the first cup that I've seen out here, and I've got two in a row now. One of them not such a great cup. We have the Ace of Wands here. This is a new beginning in passion and desire. So there's something you're holding on tightly to. We've got the new beginning here with the Fool card. I'm almost feeling like your person has abandoned you, was probably being a player. It's possible that they started a new beginning. It's possible that they were taking risks outside of the connection, juggling more than one person. It's possible that they even had some confusion about the options and choices that are in front of them here and what to do about that. But it looks like ultimately they went with the passionate new beginning. And now you're holding on tightly, apparently even after this passionate new beginning has been uncovered. You're at very least pausing to reflect on this whole thing, trying to decide, is this worth continuing to invest my time, effort, and energy in, or should I just cut my losses and move on? Next we have the Queen of Cups. This is Cancer energy. This is telling me that you still have a lot of love and emotions for this person. This is someone who is very in touch with their emotions, very in touch with their intuition. This is the most intuitive queen. And we've got the High Priestess out here. So definitely your intuition is talking to you. Your gut is talking to you. And I feel like you're still wanting to hold on to this person because you have a lot of love to give. You want to give your love. Doesn't necessarily mean this person is the right one to be pouring all of your cups into, because so far it doesn't necessarily look like they're willing to pour any back. It's final card here to clarify the Four of Coins is the Eight of Cups. Pisces energy. This is a card of detachment. It's about emotional detachment, physical detachment, like physically walking away. The lady in the card is walking away from 8 full cups of love. Now, most people could go their whole life on 8 full cups, but not her. She wouldn't be completely happy. She wouldn't be completely content. She realizes that there's more out there for her. So this is her making the conscious choice. It's not an easy choice, but she's making the choice to walk away from these 8 full cups and go down a brand new path. A path that leads her towards her own emotional happiness, her own emotional fulfillment. She's walking away from 8 cups, going off in search of her 9th and 10th cup. Now, again, this is not an easy choice, but it is a choice. And a lot of times when people make this choice, they do it with some hesitation, some uncertainty, sometimes even some regrets. So it's pretty frequent that when someone does this 8 of Cups bit, they come back. And that's kind of what it's looking like here. We've got this Four of Coins, you holding on tightly. I don't know if this is you holding on tightly, trying to get a passionate new beginning with this person so you can pour your love into them. And then that's not working out, so you're trying to detach and walk away from it. Or if this is you still holding on tightly and being internally conflicted because A, they had some passionate new beginning with someone not you, and B, you thought you could pour your love into them. You thought that you were working together with them as equals. And now they've walked away from you, or this is you walking away from this whole connection after taking time to contemplate it all. This could be you that's feeling walled off and defensive and hurt, and you bringing down the tower. Actually, if this person was being a player and running around on you, they caused the tower, and you're just kind of feeling the effects of it, is what it looks like. But that is your energy for June 2021, Virgo. Let's scoot this over here and take a look at your person's energy. Because in your person's energy for June 2021, they have the King of Cups, the Two of Wands again, and the Nine of Wands again. So again, I got 2 more fire cards out here. This King of Cups is Pisces energy. This is someone who is a decision-making energy. Someone who has a lot of love and emotions for you, but doesn't necessarily outwardly express that. The King of Cups does not wear his heart on his sleeve. He does not publicly broadcast how he feels about something. He keeps that to himself. It's usually someone who's able to maintain their emotional composure regardless of what's going on around them. So your person does have emotions and love for you, just whether or not they're expressing it remains to be seen. Now, when the King of Cups makes his decisions, he does consult his emotions here. So we've got this new beginning, we've got being off balance, trying to regain balance, we've got confusion because there are a lot of emotions involved here, and they don't want to make a mistake. Not sure what to do, but it looks like there was a passionate new beginning. So tell me more about this King of Cups, please. What is the King of Cups here for Virgo's person? Come here. Oh, shit. Bottom of the deck. 6 of Cups. Scorpio energy. This is the card of the past. It's thinking about the past, reminiscing about the past, thinking about the good old days, the way things used to be. This can represent someone from their past making some sort of a comeback here. I don't know here. We got Sagittarius energy again with this Temperance card. Got fire and water being blended together here. I've seen a lot of fire, and here this last little bit I started seeing a lot of water. Your person being represented as a Pisces potentially. Again, you could be dealing with any sign. I'm just calling out the prominent things I see. The last two cards that I looked at were Pisces cards. This could be someone from your person's past that they're now blending things together, trying to reconcile a situation with a person from their past. Got the Queen of Swords, speaking the truth on something, cutting off things and people that are no longer in their best interest. That looks like what happened here. That could very well be what caused the Tower. That could very well be what caused this Five of Coins, this being cast aside and abandoned. Could be what caused this detachment, this walking away from the connection here. This could definitely be your person becoming walled off and defensive and no longer expressing their emotions to you because they're now having some dealings with someone from their past. Could be having a passionate new beginning here, or some new beginning of a new cycle with someone from their past. Things being off balance. Now they're juggling more than one person, confused about what to do about this passionate new beginning, possibly even having some fears and worries and anxieties about it. Now to clarify this King of Cups, we have the Two of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Four of Swords. Swords are usually not such a great thing to be seeing, especially in love reading, and all three clarifiers are swords. This Two of Swords is Libra energy, just like that Queen of Swords that we saw. This is a decision needing to be made, only it's not being made, either because your person doesn't have enough information to make the decision, or there's something they can't see, hence the blindfold, or there's something that they know about, they just don't want to see it, they don't want to look at it, they've got the blinders on, or they're in denial about it, and that's preventing them from making a decision. But twos represent decisions, so there is definitely some decision needing to be made here regarding love or emotions, or expressing that, regarding some new beginning here, regarding someone from the past, and potentially trying to resurrect that connection. It's almost like they've got themselves in a spot here where they're going to have to resurrect a connection with one person and cut another person off. And it's almost like they're undecided and unsure about which one that's going to be. But it's going to be someone, because we have the Ten of Swords here. The Ten of Swords is Gemini energy. This is a swift ending to something. Sometimes it's an ending you don't see coming. Probably that, because there's the Tower twice. So it looks like there was an ending put to the connection with you. We've got you being cast aside here. This, no matter how you slice this, this is an ending to something. And we've got the Four of Swords here. This is a Libra energy again. So I've seen three Libra cards right there together. So they're coming in like chunks of twos and threes when they're coming. This is an energy of taking a pause, taking a rest, taking a break. It's about choosing to go internal, to do some healing, to do some thinking about something, trying to figure out what to do moving forward from here. So I'm feeling like your person had something going on with somebody from the past. They were keeping quiet about it. They kind of walled themselves off from you, stopped expressing their emotions because they were trying to make a decision about who to end this with. And I don't know if this is them trying to figure out that decision, or if this is them taking a pause, taking a break after the ending occurred. But either way, your person is ending up here in this Two of Wands energy. We've already seen this for you on the bottom of the deck. This is Aries energy. It's that fork in the road, that crossroads, that decision point. Which path leads me to the world that I want? Which path do I leave behind in order to get there? So this seems to be a decision about an ending. Who to end it with, who to go down the new path with. And your person trying to figure that out. Tell me more about the Two of Wands for Virgo's person, please. Why is the Two of Wands here? I want to flip over in here. Hang on one second. Yeah, I see now. Bottom of the deck. Temperance again. Sagittarius energy. This is either being patient about something, about some decision, or this is a decision about recombining something here, like blending some things together, probably reconciling a situation with someone from their past. Again, I've got the fire and water being blended together that keeps sticking out to me. I've seen quite a bit of water here. Pisces represented here. I've got Cancer represented here. I've seen the Seven of Cups, which is Scorpio. I've got the Eight of Cups here, which is Pisces energy. I've got the Moon out here now in the clarifiers, which is also Pisces energy. And I've seen a buttload of Aries, buttload of Sagittarius. I'm having a feeling that there's some fire and water being blended together, and since you are the earth sign in this equation, not looking very good. I don't see any earth in your person's cards here at all. Oh, shit. Right under this Temperance card, Seven of Swords, Aquarius energy. This is a card of trying to get away with something. It's about lying, cheating, stealing, sneaking around behind somebody's back, being deceptive, dodgy, overall trying to get away with something. Now, that's not the only thing it can mean. It could also mean self-preservation, as in your person not wanting to be hurt here. We're clarifying a decision here. This could be them not wanting to be hurt. That's the whole reason the dude is stealing the swords. He doesn't want the swords used against him. He doesn't want to be hurt by the swords. So he's stealing them to make sure he can't be hurt by the swords. Now, another meaning to this is leaving something behind. He can't carry all the swords, so he's got to leave two behind so he can get away with what he can carry. So this could mean your person doesn't want to be hurt. Could mean that they're at a decision point about leaving something behind. Could also mean that they have something going on with someone from their past. They're taking risks outside of the connection. They're juggling more than one person. They've got options and choices and are starting some passionate new beginning that you don't know about. They're being a player. It could mean any of those things. So you just got to take it however it resonates for you. Shit. Like I said, they're sneaking around with someone from their past. Potentially a fire sign. If your person's a Pisces, I would say that your person's sneaking around with a fire sign from their past. Probably an Aries or a Sagittarius or someone who has those in prominent spots in their chart. Page of Wands. It's the minor arcana version of this Fool card here. This is about taking the very first steps down a brand new path towards something they have a lot of passion and desire for. They're at this fork in the road. Which path leads me to the world I want? Well, this is them going down a brand new path. Seems to me that you were the previous path. What? Now, to clarify this Two of Wands, we got the Moon. We got Strength. We got the Queen of Wands. Again, with the Wands, this Moon card is Pisces energy. This is fears, worries, anxieties about the path they're going down. This can also represent something being hidden in the dark, as in some secret being kept from you that you don't know about. Your person hiding something, trying to keep it hidden in the dark so no one finds out. And we have strength. This is the Leo Major Arcana card. Every time I see this, this tells me that this is a difficult situation that your person's finding themselves in. They're having to dig down deep and tap into their inner strength here in order to make it through this difficult situation. Tapping into the courage to face their fears. See fears, worries, and anxieties here. This can even be an energy of trying to tame that beast inside themselves, trying to rein themselves in, trying to hold themselves back so they don't do anything that they shouldn't do and mess everything all up. It could be that they're having fears and worries and anxieties and they're trying to deal with all of that and it's difficult. It could be that they've got something they're hiding from you and now this has created a difficult situation for them that's really hard to get through. Because they know they have to make a choice and they just haven't been able to make the choice about who to end things with. Then we move to this Queen of Wands energy. Now this is either Leo or Aries energy here. This is someone who is bold, passionate, fiery, determined. They go after what they want. They almost always get what they want just because of how determined they are. Now, this is a feminine energy, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're talking about another female in their life, although we definitely could be. Just because there's a woman on the card, that doesn't necessarily mean we're talking about a woman. It's feminine energy. I have feminine energy and masculine energy, so do you. So this can just represent an element of your person's personality, as in they know what they want, and they're going to go after it, even if they have to keep things hidden in the dark. Or this could be talking about someone in their life that is this type of a personality, passionate, knows what they want, goes after it, doesn't take no for an answer. Could be someone who's good looking, sexy, charming, the life of the party. Could even be someone who's kind of like a drama queen a little bit, and they're going after that person. It could be any of those things. But the final card in your person's energy here for June 2021 is the Nine of Wands. Now, we've already seen that in the clarifiers for the mutual point of interest between the two of you. This is Sagittarius energy. It's a card of being walled off and defensive. Now, it's also a card of healing because that's the wounded warrior, and he's built that wall as a way to protect himself from getting hurt or continuing to be hurt. He's trying to heal. He's trying to get his energy right so he can move forward and take the next step in his journey. Again, overall energy of the reading is taking that blind leap of faith on some new beginning here. Your person being at that fork in the road decision point, trying to heal, or at the very least walling themselves off from someone, looks like you, so they can figure out how to move forward here. Tell me more about this Nine of Wands of Virgo's person, please. You just can't make this up. Tell me one more, please. Let's get one. Thank you. Can't make it up. Bottom of the deck, there we are. Sagittarius energy again. Temperance. I don't know how many times I've seen this. At least 3 or 4 times now. We're clarifying a Sagittarius card. Get another Sagittarius card. This looks like they're trying to recombine things with someone that they already know. Again, the fire and water is jumping out at me. The first 2 cards to clarify this fire card is a fire sign and another Pisces card again. So we've got Sagittarius and Pisces being represented there. Sagittarius there, Sagittarius there. Right under Temperance. This either about being patient or about trying to recombine something. We've got the Fool, which again is the overall energy of the reading. New beginning to something, taking that leap of faith, not really needing to know what the steps are or what the outcome is going to be before they take that leap. Just going for it, and we'll figure this out as we move along. Wheel of Fortune. Change in the luck and fortune of this connection. The wheel spinning. Things are different after this. Clearly so. We got the Tower twice. To clarify this Nine of Wands, we got the King of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the Seven of Swords again. So this King of Wands, this is either Sagittarius or Leo energy. We've got the King and the Queen of Wands out here. This represents like a power couple, like two cards that are supposed to be together usually represents two people who are probably supposed to be together. At the very least, they're an awful lot alike. They both know exactly what they want. They go after what they want with bold, passionate, fiery determination. He don't take no for an answer. He doesn't give up. He doesn't accept excuses. He sees things through all the way until the end. Again, probably someone who's charming, good looking, charismatic. People like to follow him. But he knows what he wants. And it looks like it's either a Pisces or this is progress is halted in terms of getting what he wants. Things are stagnant. There's no forward movement, no progress happening. Now, this is also about him looking at things from different perspectives, different points of view, different angles than he would normally look at things from, trying to figure out what to do moving forward from here because things aren't progressing the way he wants it to. And then we have the Seven of Swords. Again, this feels like sneaky, deceptive behavior, lying, cheating, stealing, sneaking around behind your back. Just being shady and deceptive. Again, though, this can represent not wanting to be hurt. Hence, being walled off can represent leaving something behind because it's not moving forward the way they want it to. Hence, being walled off. Being walled off, trying to figure out how to take the next step where they go get what it is that they want, and then them taking that leap of faith in order to do that. I have the strong feeling, though, that your person is juggling more than one here. We've seen that Six of Cups several times with someone from the past. I've got the player energy out here. I've got the decision 2 times out here that's not being made about ending it with someone. I got something being hidden in the dark. A lot of fire and a lot of Pisces out here. You being abandoned, you being walked away from, and then you still being grinding in your head about it because a piece of you doesn't want to let go of it, even after this passionate new beginning that occurred, because you still have a lot of love to give and you still want to love this person. It just feels to me like they're not having it. They've done something bring this tower down, and this looks like it's time for you to walk away from this situation and go down the path that's going to lead you to your own emotional happiness, because that's exactly what they're doing. Now, if you still have questions that you want answered about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. And when you do, you'll be taken to more Virgo love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.